Alright, this is a test run of my current XRT setup. I added the Castle BECs 2.0 set at 8.2 volts currently, running it off the wires here into my one of those Hobby Wing $100 servos. I installed it. It was a pain in the ass. So you do have to cut the chassis to get the horn to be able to spin all the way. It does have more power, and I have the M2C extended hubs on. I don't know if you can see them, but so M2C extended hubs allow you to run these Arma D-boots backflip tires without hitting your controls here. Makes them wider. Yeah, running the same old Castle stuff, so let's check it out and see how it runs. Does turn way better. Much quicker response. Yeah. Just with the M2C widening, does affect the handling a little bit. Makes it a little bit more tighter. Slightly wider wheelbase. I've been hooked on this orange color lately. Yeah. So this is my first time upgrading a servo to something that's not stock Traxxas brand. I tell you, the damn Traxxas, they make their chassis so only their servo fits. So they got to sell you an adapter, but most servos are, or the affordable servos are standard size, so they come with a smaller 25 tooth spline. It's smaller, so your horn you have, it's not going to fit. Stock horn won't fit a standard servo. You got to get a new horn. Most of the adapters will come with a horn, but the damn horn has to have enough clearance Otherwise, you'll hit your chassis. That's why you got to cut your chassis, because the horn don't clear. So I bought a. I had to cut this chassis to fit the servo horn that came with my adapter. And I understand there's a adapter kit that sells you the right horn. It allows you not to cut, and I ordered that one. The horn looks like it has enough clearance. I'll try that out. So this is the Hobby Wing servo, and it does work quicker and faster, stronger than the stock. You gotta run it higher voltage. Like I said, you can get 6 volts out of the stock Traxxas stuff, which is, it works, but it's not strong. So I'm running at 8.2, 8.4 volts, which is about the max the servo can take. Why the hell not max it out if you got it? It is very responsive, strong steering, quick steering. Oh, on another note, those damn M2C bell cranks, yeah, they're not good. They're not good for one reason. Now they're good if you want something that's not going to break. Okay, that they do the function they're supposed to. They don't break and snap like the stock bell cranks do. Where they fail is why I'm not having it on right now. I took it off because you have to run the stock servo saver spring if you're running the M2C bell cranks. You cannot use the upgraded stiffer spring because it'll strip them. It'll strip those bell cranks. So the stock bell crank with the 2085X servo saver spring, the stiffer one, that's what I have on it right now because it allows you to have better steering, stiffer steering. You need that spring. If you want to see improved handling, improved steering, you need that stiffer servo saver spring. So what does the servo saver spring do? Well, I found out. Your servo spring, if you're turning, say you're in a turn and you're hitting something and it wants to push your wheel out, back against the turn, the stock servo spring will allow it to turn by force. Stiffer spring will hold it steady in place as you're turning, keeping the turn as you want to go in because of that stiff spring. That's important if you want better steering. You need that spring. You want that spring on because I'd rather have better steering than an unbreakable bell crank. So bell cranks don't really break unless you're jumping really high and landing really bad. You'll break your bell crank. So another word on M2C, that widening kit's about $100, and comes with those stainless steel nuts. They look really nice. So I got them on, the stainless steel nuts. That's the only nut that'll thread on. Their thread pitch is custom. So all the nuts you buy aftermarket, they're not going to mount to that fucking hub. Only the M2C nuts will mount. Which I really don't like. That's a Traxxas tactic. Well, that's business. Make something so that only your stuff will fit it. So if you want to run 24mm hubs, you got to get the M2C 24mm hubs. As soon as I get my my XRT front lower bulkheads in the mail, I have a project. I'm gonna make something that you can custom cut and fit mount to your lower. It'll make it nice and sturdy, because all the lowers break in one spot. On these XRTs, they break in one spot. If you can bulk up that spot, make it stiffer, it shouldn't break as easy. Because so many people have broken their front lower bulkhead and ordered replacements that they're out all over the US. Nobody has any in. And Traxxas isn't making them fast enough right now, so there's none in stock. I understand they expect some late March. And then you can buy them. But in the meantime, what are you supposed to do if you have an XRT and you don't have you can't buy a replacement lower bulkhead? That sucks. So I found one in Canada. I had to pay double price for it. So Canada gets that money, not Traxxas, or not any U.S. shops. Traxxas still gets the money, of course, but the shop in Canada gets the retail. Yeah. So I need to make something, and you can put right here. That's where they all break. Right there, both sides are underneath. All this shit here needs to be toughened up. If I was Traxxas, I'd be working that issue, maybe beefing it up, making it thicker or something. You can add a few more ounces as long as it makes it stiffer. Tell you what, I really like having a better servo. More accurate steering, tight steering, that's good. Not used to that. So why would you want to upgrade your servo? Well, a couple of reasons. If you're running big tires, big heavy tires, you're going to need more strength to turn them. The stock servo does the job. It works. It's just doesn't work very good. It's weak. It's weak, and you can't adjust the power. If you try to run your servo at 7 volts, you'll burn out. So they're made for 6 volts only, which is weak shit. The rest of the world makes servos that you can adjust the BEC up to 8.4 volts, since Traxxas only does 6 volts. Why? Probably to help out the industry, so you can buy someone else's servo. So this is the Hobby Wing Amazon servo. It's like $100, I think. Just trying it out. Now the Savox Monster Black Edition servo is $150. It's got better reviews and it's stronger. It is rated stronger. So I ordered that one. I'll probably install it tomorrow when it gets here, but just trying it out. Huh. So this is my favorite tire. I have a set of the Proline Mashers, Proline Badlands. I tried the Hobby Power tires. They're belted, of course, but every belted tire is going to be heavy. Heavy compared to these. These are light as a feather. They're unbelted, but they're fucking standing up to really high abuse. They're starting to balloon just a little bit, but they haven't ripped. They haven't unglued. Just really light tire. Good traction. Arma really did the best job. These are better than Traxxas tires. They're doing so good, so well with this strong servo. I need to try this out with heavy tires. See if the servo still turns as good. It's just turning so nice because the tires are so light. I really need to see how this handles with the heavier tire. So that'll be another video. Pinion fell off.